Wow, we have so much left to talk about on what does and can go on the dance floor. It's just incredible. First question is, how long is a dance round? Well, how long is a piece of string? The answer is like this. First of all, if you have a party planner, then that party planner has a lot of say in this. They shouldn't have the ultimate say because the ultimate say should be in the hands of the MC. The MC has to oversee everything. They're figuring in the temperature of the food, what kind of serving is the food going to be, family style, is it going to be plated, is it going to be on a buffet? If you don't know what I mean, don't worry about it. Best to have a buffet for the flow of the party. And I can tell you about why that is later. Just remind me, why is it best to have a buffet? Um, right now, I want to stay with the question of how long is a dance round. So the first dance round is typically 20 to 40 minutes. And if you pack your schedule right so that you know exactly how long that first dance round is, then you're not having a party. I'm sorry, a party is an organic thing, and there are a lot of factors that go into it. And if you're going to kill a dance round, instead of wind down a dance round as a DJ or as a person having a party or as a party planner, then you're in the wrong field. I'll give you several examples of why you should not end a dance round um, just because it says it's time to end the dance round, or why you should drag out dance party music even if the schedule says it shouldn't end for another 10 minutes, and why you should clip it. A dance round is an organic thing. It's an alive thing, and there's so many factors that go into it. Part of it has to do with the music and the fit of the music for the audience and the audience's mood, and that's composed of 30 to 50 to 100 people. And there's an interplay between the music, the volume of the music, the tempo, in other words, the speed of the music, the pitch of the music, the selection of the song, and every single person who is at that event, who is in the hall at the time. There's an interaction. There are micro gestures on the face, there's body language, and all that's, when we say the DJ is reading the dance floor, he's not only reading the dance floor, he's reading everybody around the dance floor. Okay? If that doesn't make sense, I'll try to spell it out to you later in another video, but that's more DJ training than it is what to expect. So as I said, it could go 20 minutes to 40 minutes. There's no way to predict. It's nice when they're 40 minutes long, because what happens in a dance round is it builds, it peaks, and then it winds down. And part of the way it peaks is I'm bumping up as a DJ on my controller, on my software, the BPMs, the beats per minute, right? And I'm making thereby people's heart rates go a little faster. And that's creating more endorphins and more joy. And I'm manipulating the music as a professional DJ in a way that people aren't going to know exactly what I did. If I see that the adults are clearing the floor, I might make a decision to move into something that's more kid-friendly. If I see that there are more adults coming onto the dance floor, I might do something that's more adult-friendly. And what that's going to mean is going to change from party to party, because I have to read them and see where they're coming from, what are they most likely to dance to. Okay, so that's a little bit about how long a dance round is. It's like how long is a piece of string. In a schedule, when writing a schedule, one should write 20 minutes to 40 minutes. If you know that your family enjoys dancing, then move it more towards 40 minutes. If you know your family doesn't enjoy dancing, move it more towards 20 minutes. And the reason being, this is for a typical bar mitzvah, evening bar mitzvah that goes from about 7 to 11 or 6:30 to 10:30. Not a daytime bar mitzvah. That's a little bit of a different factor. The reason why not to make it more than 40 minutes, or if your family doesn't really enjoy dancing, not to make it more than 20 minutes, is because it's ideal in that first dance round to have the father and or grandfather dance with the bar mitzvah boy, or the mother dance with the bat mitzvah girl, because that's really the time where that gets to happen. Beyond that, if the women really like to dance and the girls do, or the boys and the men, then sometimes especially with women, you'll have a separate circle for girls and women. And for men, you'll sometimes have mixed, sometimes have separate circles. But boys typically, unless they're in a more religious setting, will want to dance to very different music than men will. So we talked a little bit about how long it is. We talked a little bit about the jump rope. We talked a little bit about the jump over the snake game. What we didn't talk about is things like the wave, right? The wave is where the facilitator, either he's part of the circle and he says, look, I'm going to put my hands up, and then indicates the next person, and they put their hands up, and then we can integrate it with the jump and wave, and we can integrate it with a pass a impulse. So if I'm here and I lift my hand and it's hold it to the next person's hand, then they lift and lift and lift and lift in a circle. And we can do that faster and faster. There are things that we can do by beating out a beat on the floor. We might start it at a certain tempo and then faster, 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 faster. Hey, 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 and then everybody might start singing with their voices. Hey, 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 hey. And we might do that in a song that's an EDM song, means electronic dance music, that might have something called a drop. And we have EDM kind of versions of Jewish stuff like Tzama and Rabbeinu HaKadosh, and we have EDM versions of instrumental songs like Turn Down for What. And then we have line dances. Now, the line dances typically aren't in the first dance. They're typically in the second round or the third round. Some line dances are very easy to do because the motions are very easy to do. We even have a couple where the singer tells you what to do. Slide to the left, slide to the right. So if you know somebody who knows how to slide, everybody knows how to jump, right? So look to the people who know how they're doing it. And some have motions that are simple enough, like zibbin, zibbin, ein, zibbin, zibbin, tank, tank. That are simple enough, but you really need a leader. There's songs like Follow the Leader, where again the singer is saying what to do, and if you kind of give some interpretation to follow the leader, 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 follow the leader, And then there are songs which have set dance moves, which you have to have known them before, or you can try to learn it on the dance floor. But I'll send you some tutorials if you really want to learn them, and I'll slow it down for you. I'll show it to you. I can even explain to you how to do it. Those are songs like the Macarena, right? Or the Cotton Eye Joe, which can be done either in pairs or in a circle. The Macarena can also be done in lines or in a circle, like in a conga line, what's called, where everybody's kind of following the person behind them and everybody's doing the same motions at the same time. With a dun 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 dun, right? Or the penguin dance is also kind of like a conga line style dance. So what we see is their dances break into different categories. There's conga line style dances. There are line dances. Bubble It is a line dance. There are partner dances, which Cotton Eye Joe is typically a partner dance. It's important to have these categories. They're dances where the song says exactly what to do. And there are a lot of songs like that in English. There are a few in Hebrew. And then there's songs, like I said, where everybody knows the moves, right? So double categories. So partner dances where everybody knows the moves, and line dances where everybody knows the moves. So like a lot of people kind of know the moves to Macarena more or less, whether like they know it really well. They know, it's something like that. And a lot of people know that song, like where exactly is the clap or where is this? There's going to be at least one person in every room who knows, and if everybody just does what they do, then everybody will quickly catch on. And sometimes if nobody knows, then the party pumper is going to, take that role of party pumper on. But it's really advised to get a DJ party pumper team. If you can get a DJ party pumper MC team, because the more you have specialists in each of those departments, the better the party's going to be. When you try to get one person to do all three things, something falls between the cracks. So we've got these different categories of dances. And we've got dance floor activities, like the jump over the snake, the giant jump rope, the, what's it called? How low can you go? Going under the limbo stick, The rules are pretty much don't move your neck. Just go straight under, And they'll get two people and they'll lower it and lower it and lower it. If you're having the balloon package, you can get a balloon limbo stick, which is incredible. Otherwise, we can just use a rope or a broomstick or, anything that's accessible. So there are all these things, and some of them are dances, some of them are dance floor activities, some of them engaging with dance floor props. Okay, these are the kinds of things I put in activities: the chair inside of the star of feet, the dance floor activity is like pretending to be boxing with your friend or pantomiming, like reeling in a fish. There's the following the leader dance, not to the song, but the whoever has the big necklace is the leader, or a silly hat, or just whoever I point to. There's all these different kinds of things that can go on the dance floor. The thing we didn't talk about is what I call the Jewish lines back and forth dance. Okay, that means you can start. It depends on the size and shape of the dance floor, but you've got, let's say these are people, right? You can have them move back, 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 forward, 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 back, 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 and generally we want to do that to 16 beats, right? So what's a song that we could do for that? We could do die 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 da 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 da. Okay, now we're completely at each other. These four people and these four people, you can give a high five or something. But usually these people are all holding hands. Imagine this is 2 feet of a person, and they're holding hands in between them. And so they're holding hands, and they come die da 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 die da 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 die. Hey, da 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 da. And then right at the center, die die da die die da 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 die, die 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 die, die 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 die. So you see that there's the same amount of counts to move to the center and back, and that can be done also in a circle. Okay, what we probably can't do in the heat of the dance moment is teach people footwork, right? Like the grapevine or something like that. But just moving back and forward. Now, moving back and forward can be fun for a long time. People can go from holding hands to hands over shoulders. If the group is coordinated enough, we can go, instead of 2 lines back and forth, to 2 lines here and 2 lines here. So these guys will come in, meanwhile these guys are out. And then as these guys go away from each other, these guys come towards each other, right? And we can do that for about another 5 minutes. And that's something people can be